Nate, we got some mechs going on in this one.
Yes, we do.
Nate, you and I jumped into something that's not really familiar with you and I.
Yeah.
We jumped into an anime-style game called Hardcore Mecha. What'd you think of this one?
Man, this one caught me totally by surprise.
It sure did, didn't it?
Well, going into it, there is a lot of subtitles, and it's all in Japanese. So make sure you know that going into that.
Yeah, the voiceovers in Japanese, but when your subtitles come up, it's all in English, but it's hard to kind of differentiate the two. All of a sudden there's voiceovers and then dialogue, and then other times there's no voiceovers and then there's dialogue. So I was kind of lost at the point of why they didn't go all the way in and just kind of did half the voiceovers, which was kind of a bit of a disconnect. I kind of enjoyed listening to what sounds like cheesy voiceovers.
てめえをぶっ倒すためにわざわざ来てやったんだぜ。ああ、そうか。てめえも忙しそうだな。じゃあ3分間。この3分間耐えられたら、その女は好きにしていいぜ。全力でやれよ。
With the cheesy writing, to be
I
honest.
loved it though, because that's kind of that anime style. It's that over the top, cheesy, big mechs and big explosions, and the anime, the graphics, everything, they nailed it spot on, man.
The graphics are really, really smooth. I thought it was really polished. It had a nice art style to it. It's got an anime / like cell shaded feel.
Yeah.
So that was a cool mix for someone who's not really a big fan of the genre. I really did like that touch.
And some of the cutscenes, they actually did a really good job on kind of alternating between gameplay and then actual animated, like actual anime. So
Yeah.
I really appreciated that, man.
注意、ここから離れて、こいつは俺が相手をする。
So the story is kind of another one of the highlights in my opinion. It's, your kind of over the top, cliche kind of story with this whole world terrorist organization trying to take over the universe or galaxy, I guess.
Right. And we're hired as a special mercenary group to come in and find the UNF, their group of their agent. One of the agents got missing, and we have to go find them. And then from there, it kind of just explodes into something bigger.
Yeah, and that's the thing. The story really gets big, and there's a couple moments that are slightly predictable, but still really enjoyable.
I had a sense of this feeling of a Metal Gear interpretation in parts of the game.
And some Gundam kind of.
Exactly, but even like the codex would pop up. So you'd be in the middle of the mission, all of a sudden the guys would pop in, and then I'm like, man, that's so Metal Gear to me. So I kind of appreciated that part. I like that. It was over the top. I thought it was cool that you were, in moments you were battling as the mech, but then they allowed you to get out of your mech as well. Often when you're playing these games, it is the mech, and that is the whole star of it, right? But this time they actually brought you out of it. And the whole thing is played in side-scrolling 2D platforming, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, man, mechanically speaking, the controls are really good. At first, I was a little hesitant because they make walking and aiming the same, which at first seems like, but then as you unlock more abilities and do weapons, it really plays out really smooth.
I thought one of the coolest highlights of the game was actually the development system for your mech. So that allows you to get your other abilities and stuff. But you have to research those in order to upgrade that and then put it in your arsenal. That was cool.
Yeah, basically a lot of the game is you getting money. Every time you kill an enemy, or most enemies, they drop money. Or there's little bins kind of scattered throughout the world that you take out and then get more cash. But that's the whole game, is you're a mercenary making money and then kind of upgrading your system. And truthfully, by the end of it, your mech is powerful and you feel the upgrades as you get them. It's really great.
It's cool. The other bonus to this is it actually has a multiplayer feature. You and I battle out head to head, and to find an online lobby was a little limiting.
That was the biggest downfall. We kind of hopped on at the same time, and then it put us in together, and then that was it. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anybody. We did, after a little bit of time, find a couple other people, but that was it. The multiplayer community is kind of not there, unfortunately.
It's a little light.
The multiplayer is fun, man. It's fast paced.
It's
You get to
quick.
pick between 5 different mechs that are all throughout the story.
Yeah.
You know, one's just like a really slow, high-powered cannon, whereas the other guy, he was really floaty.
So
and,
fast though, some of them too. So it's a matter of picking your style, right? Which is cool, and I can appreciate that. Overall, I had a decent time playing this game. Again, really not one of my particular styles, but it doesn't hurt to branch out every once in a while and check out something different.
Yeah,
and this
man.
one was actually kind of cooler than I anticipated.
Yeah.
Overall, Nate, this was a bit of a surprise for you more than myself, because as I said, not really my style, but I can appreciate what is there. What are you scoring this one?
So, unfortunately, it's not a complete knockout of the park because there are a couple things missing. Like, with those scenes where there's no voiceovers, it kind of took me out of it because I really did enjoy the Japanese voiceovers.
Yeah.
But ultimately, that's probably the biggest downfall and the lack of multiplayer. But I'm going to give this one an 8, man. I loved it.
You're a little higher than me. I'm there with a 7.
Hardcore Mecha is a great mech warrior anime style side-scroller game packed full of upgrades and weapons to unlock in the campaign. The graphics and art style chosen were great and complemented the story very well. The multiplayer also was a lot of fun, but unfortunately finding matches would take a little too long, taking away from the overall experience.
Subscribe to never miss a video and help us by hitting that like button.